Hello, customers. Nice day we're having, huh?
Did he just say, "Aye"? He did.
Hey, Patrick, how the are you?
Pretty good, SpongeBob.
Well, I thought this was a restaurant, not a gutter mouth convention.
Swear words are everywhere. In films, songs, games, and even in memes. But how do translators deal with these strong and sometimes offensive words when making subtitles? In this video, we will explain how swearing and taboo language is translated using Jan Pedersen's subtitling strategy. Swearing refers to the use of strong, offensive, or emotional intense words that often express anger, frustration, surprise, or emphasis. These words are usually considered impolite or rude in many social settings. For example, we have damn, hell, shit, and fuck. Taboo language includes words, phrases, or topics that are considered inappropriate, sensitive, or unacceptable in polite society or certain cultures. These are often related to sex, religion, race or ethnicity, and body functions. Swearing is a type of taboo language. Not all taboo words are swear words, but many swear words are considered taboo. For example, talking about sex, death, or religion in certain ways can be taboo, even if you don't use swear words. On the other hand, many swear words are considered taboo because they deal with sensitive topics like body parts, sex, or strong emotions. In audiovisual translation, especially in movies or TV shows, translators often face difficult situations. One of the hardest parts is when characters use swear words, taboo expressions, or talk about things that are very local to their culture. These words may not have a clear translation, or they may sound too rude in another language. In subtitles, the translator must also think about space and time limits. They only have a few words and a few seconds to show the meaning. So, they need to find smart ways to keep the message clear, natural, and suitable for the viewers. To deal with this, translation theory offers several strategies that help translators decide what to do. The strategies explain when to keep a word, when to change it, and when to delete it. These methods are especially helpful for translating difficult things like swearing or culture-specific words because they focus on both meaning and cultural context. The theory also looks at how different audiences may accept or reject certain words and how translators can make the subtitles feel natural but still true to the original. Jan Pedersen, a translation scholar who focused on how subtitles work, especially when they include words that are hard to translate, like swearing, jokes, or cultural expressions. His most important contribution is a theory called a taxonomy for rendering easy Rs in subtitling. Easy Rs, or extralinguistic cultural references, are words that make sense in one culture but may be unknown or sensitive in another, like food names, places, or swear words.
So Pedersen grouped his strategies into 6 types, and they can be divided into 2 big categories: search text-oriented and target text-oriented strategies. The first category is search text-oriented strategies. Its aim to stay close to the original words or meaning. And the first strategy is retention, where the original word is kept exactly the same in the subtitle. This is the easiest strategy and often used for swear words or culturally specific terms. For the example, the word damned remains damned in the subtitle. Although it's easy to apply, it may confuse viewers who don't understand the word. And the second strategy is specification, which keeps the original word but adds information to help the audience understand it better. And there are two types from this strategy. The first is completion, which fills in missing meaning, and addition, which provides extra detail. For example, go to hell might be translated as pergi sana, jangan ganggu hidupku lagi, to show the emotion behind the phrase. And the third source-oriented strategy is direct translation, where the phrase is translated word for word. This includes calque or a literal translation and shifted translation or a slightly more natural version. For instance, the phrase what the hell can become apa neraka ini, it is used a calque, or apa-apaan ini, and is used shifted translation. On the other hand, target text-oriented strategies is aimed to make the subtitles sound natural and culturally appropriate for the target audience. The fourth strategy is generalization, where a specific term is replaced with a more general one. For example, son of a bitch may be translated as just dasar to simplify the expression while keeping the negative tone. The fifth strategy is substitution, which replaces the original term with a culturally or emotionally similar expression. For example, bloody hell might become astaga in Indonesia, and this keeps the emotional impact even though the words are different. And the last strategy is omission. It involves deleting the word or a phrase entirely when it's too offensive, too long, or unnecessary. For instance, fuck off might simply become pergi sana or even just pergi. And this strategy is useful when subtitle space is limited or when the word is not essential to the meaning.
In the song Kiss Me More by Doja Cat and SZA, there's a line that says, I can't even exhale N-word. The word N-word here is a casual slang used in African American culture. It is informal, sensitive, and can be offensive if used wrongly. In the Indonesian subtitle, the line becomes, Aku bahkan tidak bisa menghembuskan nafas, N-word. The word N-word is not translated. It is kept exactly the same in the subtitle. This is called the retention strategy. The translator keeps the original word from the source language without any changes. In this case, the word N-word is kept to show the original tone and rhythm of the song. It also reflects the identity and culture of the artist.
Telling you, these countries are calling us up, kissing my ass.
In a campaign speech, Donald Trump once said, "They're all kissing my ass." This expression is strong, rude, and meant to show power. It means people are trying hard to please him in a fake or desperate way. In the Indonesian subtitle, it was translated directly as, Mereka semua mencium pantat saya. This is not a polite phrase, but the translator decided to keep the original meaning by using words with the same structure and tone. This is called direct translation because the meaning is kept exactly the same, and the target language has words that can express the same root and emotional feeling. In the song What the Hell by Avril Lavigne, she sings the line, I'm thinking what the hell. The phrase what the hell is a soft swear word in English. It shows confusion, surprise, or frustration, depending on the tone. In the Indonesian subtitle, the line becomes, Aku berpikir apaan. The emotional expression what the hell is changed into the more general and neutral word, apaan. This is an example of the generalization strategy. The translator removed the emotional or rude tone and used a simpler word that is more acceptable for all viewers. Even though the subtitle is not as expressive as the original, it still gives the basic meaning. This strategy is useful when the original word is too strong or too hard to translate directly.
I am going to eat your soul and shit it out.
In the movie Jennifer's Body, there is a scene where the character says, I'm going to eat your soul and shit it out, Lesniki. This line is very aggressive and vulgar. The phrase shit it out is meant to shock the audience. It shows power and disrespect in a brutal way. In the Indonesian subtitle, the line is translated as, Aku akan makan jiwamu dan menyobek tubuhmu, Lesniki. The words shit it out are not translated literally, but changed into merobeknya, which means to rip it. This is a good example of the substitution strategy. The translator did not keep the original word, but chose a different word that still gives a similar emotional effect: violent, painful, and disrespectful.
I'm here to relieve you from duty, actually. You can take 15, bitch!
In the animated series Inside Job, there's a scene where a character says, "You can take 15, bitch." This line is rude and sarcastic. The word bitch is used as an insult, but also as a way to sound funny or edgy. In the Indonesian subtitle, it becomes, "Istirahatlah 15 menit." The word bitch is completely removed from the subtitle. And this is an example of the omission strategy. The translator chose to delete the root word because it might sound too offensive or inappropriate for Indonesian viewers. Even though the emotional tone is softer, the main meaning is still there. The character tells someone to take a break, and that's enough for the audience to understand what's happening. And in conclusion, swearing and taboo words are more than just rote language. They carry emotions, power, and sometimes humor. Jen Pedersen's subtitling strategies help translators deal with this word in different ways, by keeping, changing, softening, or even removing them. Each strategy has a purpose depending on the situation and the audience. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this topic gave you a better understanding of how swearing is translated in subtitles. See you next time, and remember, even bad words need good translation. Thank you!